What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Ingenuity. Today, we're building the lateral links for Project Becky. For those of you who are new to the channel, there's a link up there so you can get caught up, but you know the deal. We've got a lot to do in a short time to do it, so let's go. Okay, so now that we got every seam fully welded, it's time for this drivetrain to go back in. Did uncover a little bit of a design flaw of mine. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So, you know how the engine's supposed to slide in and out? Not gonna slide in and out with those. You big dummy! So, we're gonna have to figure something out in terms of being able on the road of the track, wherever we need to get this thing up high enough to go under those. That'll be an interesting problem to solve, but we'll get there. Maybe not. Maybe this is high enough. I don't know. We'll figure it out. In any event, let's get this bad boy slapped together and get the lateral links measured up so we can order those up, and then we're off to the races. Let's go. Hot damn. You see this? Oh my god. Dude, we did it. Like, it's in. The only thing left to do at this point is to get the wheel on and measure where to put that lateral link, because to the observant viewer, you may have noticed that I flipped the knuckles. They're facing backwards because I did a lot of poking around on the internet before I even started this project and found that most of the mid-engine supercars out there have the brake caliper on the front of the wheel. I don't know the engineering reasons why they might do that, but I figure if they're all doing it, there's a reason for it. So versus the front engine cars have the calipers on the back of the wheel, so whatever, I'm sure it has to do with the weight bias. I mean, at least that's just a guess, so we're just gonna roll with that. So I figured I'd flip the knuckles, put the brake calipers on the fronts of the wheels to match what those cars are doing. So that's what we're doing, and in doing so I have to make a link that will go where the tie rod normally go for the steering rack, between that and the frame rail. So I'm gonna slap a wheel on, see what kind of tolerances we have to work with. And once we get that measured, we'll get those cut, get those welded on, and then this rear suspension will literally be done. Like, done. So we are so close. Just a little bit more to go. Let's get to it. All right, we got a problem. The car is too light. The spring won't compress. I thought this might be a problem without the drivetrain in it, but with the engine and trans sitting in it, even, it's still too light. So the spring's not compressing. So I'm just lifting it up, and the reason why I need to do that is to be able to see the amount of travel that's going to be required for the for that link, to make sure that we have that full range of motion in there. So that said, yeah, here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the jack, you can see on the control arm, we're off the ground, that's fine, but we've got daylight between the frame and the jack stand. That's not good. So, because I need to do that, I'm going to disassemble the strut, take the spring off, and then that way we can fully, and then put it back together without the spring, and that way we'll be able to fully compress it. And I see exactly how much range of motion we have. And I'm also going to throw the axle in there as well. That way we're accounting for all our variables in one shot.
Thousand years later.
Alright, so everything actually seems to fit pretty well, so I'm going to go order up those parts for the lateral links so we can get those built, and then we'll have some fully functioning toe adjustment lateral link arm things. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so we've got our left hand thread, our right hand thread, and then you got your tube in the middle. That way when these are mounted, you just twist the tube and you'll be able to lengthen and shorten these as you go. Now, we have the plates made up, so we're good to go here. So now we can start actually mocking this up and assembling it. We got our 5/8 bolts. These are 5/8 rods ends. I've got 5/8 spacers, and then I've actually got 1/2 inch reducer misalignment spacers that are going to go on the knuckle, but we don't have to worry about that right now. So right now we're going to get these assembled. Make sure these are lined up. Okay. Throw a spacer on. Another spacer on. Alright, and then just for the purpose of the demonstration here, so this is how that's going to go on the car. This is actually nice. We've got quite a bit of articulation we can go, because if this is actually mounted on the car, we'd have about this much. So we're not making a pre-runner, so we don't really need it, but better to have and not need it, right? So I'm going to bang that out real quick. Alright, and there it is. in all its glory. Like I said, you got the whole point of this is to keep it adjustable. So you just loosen this jam nut, you tighten it to pull it in, you loosen it to push it out, and you've got full adjustability just like you would a tie rod or any adjustable lateral link of that design. So with that, we are one step closer to getting this thing on the ground and getting started on the front. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Just remember, on projects like this, sometimes you just need a little ingenuity. I will see you next time.